Hey everyone, my name is Paul, Customer Support Specialist here at System Surveyor. Today I'm going to be showing off adding accessories with element profiles. So first you might be asking, what do you mean by accessories? Well, as you know, when you're putting in a camera, it's not always just the camera that you need to purchase and install. It might also need a camera mount, housing, or lens, and those add-ons need to be factored into the bill of materials for the final install. And adding that information to your surveys is easier than ever by saving your accessories using element profiles. This allows you the flexibility to add and remove accessories as needed and makes it easier for our manufacturing partners to keep your favorite devices up to date. First, a little bit about element profiles before we dive into accessories. You can think of element profiles as our version of a product catalog, allowing you to import templates made by our manufacturing partners, as well as create your own on the fly. These can help you save time by allowing you to seamlessly apply the profiles to your favorite devices and share them to all users across your team. To navigate to your team's loaded element profiles from the workbench here, click on your avatar in the upper left and click Manage Teams. From here, click Element Profiles on the left, pull up a list of elements. Today we're just going to be focused on fixed camera here, but just know that you can add element profiles for any of these devices that you see here. So let's click on fixed camera here, pull up the element profile page. Here you can see the element profiles we have preloaded for fixed camera. And all the way at the bottom here, you'll see where the accessories are going to live. So let's get into how to add accessories to your element profiles. This step here is going to be for manually adding accessories. If you're going to be importing element profiles from one of our manufacturing partners, you can skip this step and go straight to importing, which I'll show you later on. First thing you'll want to do is click the export button at the top here. This is going to download the profiles as an Excel sheet. I downloaded one earlier, so I'll go ahead and pull that one up now. In the spreadsheet here, you'll see the same information you have saved to your profiles. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see where your accessories are going to be placed. You can see you can have up to 10 accessories for any one device. And if you notice, if I click into a cell here, you'll see a drop-down arrow appear. And you can see that I already have some accessories loaded for this demo here. This list of accessories here is actually being pulled from a second page. And this next step is very important to get these accessories loaded. Let's go ahead and click on the accessories here. You'll see the accessories are preloaded listed here along with some other information that I'll go over in just a bit. This is the info that's going to be pulled into the system when you add your devices to your surveys. So let's try creating an accessory ourselves. We have a couple of mounts and a back box loaded here, so let's try adding a day-night lens. The first column, you're going to have an accessory number. We'll go ahead and just keep the naming convention here, call it accessory 4. Second column is the description. This is going to be the name of the accessory as it appears in that drop-down menu and in the interface as well. We'll go ahead and just call this one day-night lens. Next is the manufacturer. We'll stick with Hanwha for now. Model. Here we're going to say it's SLA M5A. Price, that's the price for the accessory. We're going to go ahead and put down 150. And then labor hours, that's the labor hours for the install. We'll go ahead and do 1 for an example. So now that we have everything filled out, we're going to go back to our element profile tab here. Click on an empty cell right below our back box here. Click that drop down. You'll see that the day-night lens has been populated in that list. Go ahead and click on that. Just one thing to note before we move on is that you'll have a limit of 10 accessories per element profile here, but there's no limit to the amount of accessories that you can add in here, so don't worry about that when you're going to add those. So we'll go ahead and save our spreadsheet here. We'll go back to our element profile page. Right next to that export button, you're going to see a button for import. We'll go ahead and click on that. It's going to pull up our file browser here. Click on that fixed camera element profile. Give it a second to load. You'll see that these are the changes that are going to be being made here. You'll see 4 accessories available, so that includes that one that we added. Looks good to me. Go ahead and click import. While this is loading, just to let you guys know, this is the process that you're going to be using to import your element profiles that you get from the manufacturing partners. So just click the import there and send it over into the system here. Looking good. Let's see what this looks like in the platform. We're editing a survey. I'm going to go back to here. Going to go to Allen High School. Our site. I have a blank survey here that I have set up just for the purposes for today. Go ahead and click Edit Survey so we can add our element. Got it loaded up here. Go ahead and place a fixed camera for our reception area. Just the area of coverage. So now to load your element profile, what you're going to do is click your attributes here. If you're not using a camera, you can also click the icon and then click attributes here. Your element profiles are going to be loaded in using this drop-down bar here. Go ahead and click that. And Hanwha 2 megapixel indoor, that was the profile that we have our accessories added to. We'll go ahead and click that. You'll notice that it changed a couple of things in these fields here. Since we're focusing on accessories, we'll go ahead and click on the accessories tab here. And you'll see that our accessory is loaded in successfully. We have our wall mount, ceiling mount, back box, and day-night lens. Now, one thing I wanted to note that's kind of important to successfully using the element profiles for your accessory is you'll notice that I have two different types of mounts here. Now, you might be saying you only need one mount for one kind of camera, so why do you have two in there? Well, the idea behind that is you don't always know what kind of accessory, what kind of mount you need until you go on site and do a site walk. So I'll show you what I mean here. So say we're going on our site walk in our reception area. We see that we want this camera here to be a wall-mounted camera. Instead of having to create a special profile for just a wall-mounted Hanwha 2 megapixel, we can just go ahead and take the ceiling mount out. We're going to go ahead and click this little trash can here to the right. We'll take that out, and now we have just the wall mount in there. So that way you don't have to create multiple different profiles for the same device. If we go back into the back hallway here while we're doing the site walk, we're going to say we want a ceiling mounted camera. We'll go ahead and do our area of coverage for that. Go ahead and load in that same element profile since it is the same device after all, 2 megapixel. Go to our accessories, and we want this one to be a ceiling mount, so we'll go ahead and get rid of the wall mount aspect. Now let's just go ahead and finalize our survey here. We'll add one more fixed camera in this back hallway for this door back here. Attributes, load in that element profile. We'll have this one be a ceiling mount as well, so we'll get rid of that wall mount there. Gives you a lot of flexibility to have multiple different types of the same accessory there, so you don't have to, like I said, create a bunch of different element profiles for one device. So now I want to save our work here. We're going to go back out to our survey overview, and we're going to take a look at the bill of materials reports and how it relates to accessories. From our survey overview, we'll go ahead and click on our reporting. You can do a couple of different kinds of bill of material reports, like you can do a PDF from our enhanced reports. I like to use the Excel reports because I think it looks the best, but you can use either one. We'll go ahead and click our bill of materials. Choose our options here. Report name, we'll just leave it as default. We click export. It's going to send that over to our created reports, which we're going to find over here. It's going to be that top one. Now we're going to go open that up. And we have our bill of materials report. So underneath our survey information here, we have our system, we have our camera type, our device in the white here, which is going to be the Hanwha 2 megapixel. You'll see that there's 3 of those because there's 3 of them that we put on the site. And underneath that in gray, you're going to have the accessories. So we have 3 back boxes, 1 for each camera, 3 day-night lenses, 1 for each camera, 2 ceiling mounts, and 1 wall mount. Wraps up our video on accessories. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you have any questions or need some help, please feel free to reach out to us at support@systemsurveyor.com or use the chat function on the System Surveyor platform. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.